So, Second Chance Mentoring, tell me a little bit about it.
Well, the Second Chance Center started, with our executive director just doing good things out of the trunk of his car. He would go around with clothing, job referrals, transportation assistance as far as the bus tickets go. And when he would see a guy who stuck out like a sore thumb with the standard Department of Corrections suit that they give you
Right.
when you leave prison, which basically consists of black sneakers, khaki pants, blue polo shirt, and a khaki jacket, everyone knows where this person came from. And if you're not strong, then you might succumb to that. So it's good to get those people out of that gear. And that's what Hassan was doing. He would say, "Here, I got some clothes, I got some job referrals, and I got some transportation assistance. Use them." And then he would also give them referrals to different organizations that could help them. So the Second Chance Center started like that.
Right.
And of course, we procured a building after we got our first grant about 3 or 4 years ago. Mentoring was brought into the whole makeup of the Second Chance Center. So not only do we help you find a job, we help you keep the job, all of that, but we also mentor the men and women within our program because we can relate to them. And they can relate to us. And what we do is what Mr. Latif always calls role modeling possibilities. Role modeling possibilities meaning that they look at us and say, if we can be successful, so can they. And that's the power of mentoring for us.
Right.
That's where our mentoring, we're strong in the mentoring part of our success here because our mentoring coordinator is a man named Mr. Adam Abdullah. Did 33 years and 3 months in the federal prison. He said when he went in, his youngest daughter was a baby. When he came home to several grandchildren. So when he speaks, people listen. And people have told us that they would rather be in our mentoring sessions on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. than to be anywhere else. And so it works.
With Second Chance Center being here located on Colfax in House District 42, I think is very fortunate for us to have you guys here. Given access to the needs of the community and what we face, is very vital. And I think is something that we need to support, as a community. I was raised, it takes a village.
That's right.
So with looking at that, what type of age ranges, do the Second Chance Center support? Or
when the Second Chance Center first began, we had a grant to take care of young men and women who were formerly incarcerated, who were between the ages of 18 and 24. That has evolved since then, and now there is no age limit for the population that we take care of. As long as you are on parole, in a halfway house, or on ankle monitor, the Second Chance Center is here to support you.
Now, as I endeavor to be in a higher level position than I am now, being on the school board, what supports does the center need?
Our biggest issue that we're having right now with our participants in our program is housing. And I'm pretty certain you're going to hear this, you know, anywhere you go with organizations that help people.
Right.
Housing is the biggest issue. If we could find more places for our homeless parolees, then that would be a miracle for us. That would eliminate so much of their stress and the burden of what they have to go through. If they just knew that they could go somewhere at night and lay their head. Right now, we send our people to shelters if they're homeless. Many of these shelters are infested with bed bugs. So, you know, one of my participants, man, he almost had me in tears last week because he is one of the most positive individuals I've ever met.
Right.
With bed bugs all on his neck and bed bug bites, bed bug bites on his neck, bed bug bites on his arms. And I said, "How are you doing down at the shelter?" He said, "I'm doing fine." I said, "You have bed bug bites all over you." He said, "But you know what? It won't last forever."
Right.
So if there was a way that we didn't even have to send them into a situation like that, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And even if we do have to send them into a motel on Colfax that has bed bugs, or a shelter that has bed bugs, or a motel on Colfax that, you know, is right outside their door is people trying to sell them crack, trying to sell them meth, trying to sell them weed, trying to sell them everything that sent them to prison in the first place. Even if this is the case, that we just pray that we can find them a better situation after a while, and that they don't have to stay there permanently.
Right. Right.
So housing is our biggest issue.
See, it's issues like that, you know, that I endeavor to fight for and continue to fight for when it comes to needs being met. Do you feel like, you know, that causes the recidivism rate to go up?
Yes. Yes, I do. I feel like the recidivism rate would be a whole lot lower if the stress of being homeless was eliminated. Because you know as well as I do, it gets very cold in the city in the wintertime. I don't know about you, but if I were in a situation like them, I would find somewhere to lay my head.
Right.
And I would feel as if that I had to do whatever I had to do to make sure I had a place to stay and a roof over my head.
Right.
Now, I did 22 years in prison, so I have enough incentive to never ever commit a crime again in my life. But what about a person who doesn't have that mentality?
Right.
And who says, "I've been told no several times at jobs that I am trying to apply for. And on top of that, I don't have a place to sleep."
Right.
What do you think someone like that is going to do?
Right.
So we need to help these individuals find housing so that they can, you know, hold on to more hope that, you know, that everything's going to be all right, and that they don't have to commit a crime and go back to prison.
And as I look at it, that's just an unfair situation that needs to be remedied. I'm a firm believer that a person's past does not reflect their future, right? What happened back then is not who you are now.
That's right.
And a person should be given that opportunity. you know, to redefine and reacclimate back into the community and society.
I agree.
You know, because we all have families, right? We all have responsibilities. We all want to make a life, right? It's that American dream.
That's right.
You know, so those are some of the things that really pushes me, you know, to fight and advocate for the needs of us.
Awesome.
You know? So, yeah, is there any other, you know, support that I can be able to bring to the Second Chance Center?
To be honest, Eric, you have already showed us so much support. What we would like to do is just show our appreciation to you.
Thank you.
Because, you know, you have gone out of your way on a couple of occasions to come to the Second Chance Center when we were on 14th and Lima, and now that we're on 16th and Dayton. You've made time to come to us and ask us how you can help.
Right.
And that's enough. That's enough, brother, because let me tell you something, no one else has come through those doors who's running for the types of positions that you're running for.
Right.
No one else has done that.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And as I look at just being who I am, you know, as a person first, set aside from, you know, anything political, you know, the need is here.
That's right.
Again, we're a community.
That's right.
You know, we're all people that go out and work jobs to try to make a living, right? You know, when you look at the issues of fair wage, when you look at the issues of homelessness, affordable housing, you know, support for our veterans,
Right.
support for people who are coming out from being incarcerated, transition back into life, you know, all of those things makes us a community, right?
That's right.
And it's my thing to make sure each and every one of us are striving to be better than what we were.
That's right.
Because that's what life is about for me.
That's right.
You know, and I hope that to be for everybody that I come in contact with.
Stay connected to the human experience and you're going to be all right.
Amen.
Because it's not about titles.
Right.
It's not about titles. People, you know, they say, I'm the deputy director here.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm just another human being trying to help a human being.
Right. I'm Eric Nelson, and I approve this message.